recording. Hit the stream button. A little Brad to start us off. What is going on? It is Al from D-Town&Chili442. It is the Al from D-Town&Chili442 Show. What's up, Evan?
How's it going?
Oh, man, it's going, man. It's going, brother. Man, what? It was chilly this morning, man. It was very, very chilly this morning. Man, I ran outside. Oh, I had a tank top and shorts on, because I hadn't left the house. So I ran out there, man. Mm-hmm. Oh, it was freezing. But
I haven't been out today.
We are here. It is Sunday. We have some funny news stories coming up. I was going through some of the headlines. I was like, oh, I can't wait to tell Evan that one. Oh, this is show 53. It is we are officially on our first show of our second year. There you go.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations to you. People still come in and watch this shit.
Amazing.
Really amazing. Especially since it's me and you. I mean, we're out. I mean, it's not like we're the Kardashians or anything like that. Dude,
people hanging on our every movement.
Dude, I just read where the Kardashians are on their 20th season. I can
really?
Yes, I can honestly say, and I seen a meme of this, so I stole this shit, but I've never watched one episode.
I've never watched an episode. I was flipping channels one day, and all I remember was a birthday party for Kim, and she's sitting on the couch looking all sulky and everything, and they had the mom doing a keg stand or something like that, and I was like, this is kind of reversed, but I've never watched this. I've never given it the time. I know enough outside of the show to know that it's probably not anything that I'm really interested in. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, Evan,
I'm not the target demographic.
Right. Evan, on your main audio, just crank that down a little bit. Just a tad, just a hair. You're kind of hot coming through your side.
I wonder if I bumped it. Is that a little better?
Yeah, that's a little better.
I can back it down a little more. How about that?
Yep, you're good.
All right.
But so nothing exciting for you this weekend, Evan?
No, just sleeping or trying to sleep. I don't think I've been. I was out in the garden yesterday. I was out back, but no, I really haven't been out.
Yeah, your hair's getting kind of long.
It's driving me nuts, man. My bangs are if I get out of the shower and brush my bangs down, they're probably about even with my mouth when they're wet, and so it's just hanging out my face all the time. It's crazy.
Man, I can try to get a flow bee or something like that, and we can do that live, man.
Nope. I'm waiting to cut it till I'm through with this.
How do you feel about a mohawk?
Or till I
or a faux
hawk. A mullet?
No. Oh my
Oh, I
God.
was saying,
Speaking of,
I was saying the other day that I could have a crazy, awesome mullet if I wanted to. If I just,
oh yeah,
did the top, I've got the back going.
I
It's
read.
kind of made a comeback with young people these days.
Listen to this: John Paul College student banned from school grounds because of unsuitable mullet haircut. So
You know,
you can get kicked out of places wearing that sweet mullet.
this that's some overreach right there. We're the point where we're banning anybody because of what they do with their hair. Just unless it's something so obscene. Yeah.
Right, right, right. It's just hair,
Right.
unless they got their hair like a middle finger shaved in the back of their head or something like that. Yeah, but I don't know. You don't kick a and who would kick somebody out for a sweet mullet?
I don't know, but I hear of that in schools, and well, it's distracting to the other students. Are you telling me that a kid sitting in a classroom cannot even pay attention, concentrate because some Joe Blow third row over has an obnoxious haircut? I mean, let's just
Yeah, I know, man.
drives me nuts.
I know. And I never did. Damn it. I forgot to. I got to write me a note. Because I did. I want to show it, but I can't because I didn't fix the problem we had last week. But it's completely shaved, like to the back of the head. And then it goes all the way past his shoulders. So his front of his head's completely shaved. And then he's just got this sweet hair coming down the back. It is awesome. Oh,
He's got a
John Paul,
skullet.
yeah, John Paul College is a Christian college, Evan.
Oh,
So maybe that kind of explains it more. If it was like a state-ran college, they probably wouldn't say shit. But since it's a
I
private,
guess.
I don't know. I think my buddy Dan, he needs that mullet.
If you want to walk around looking like a clown, well, then just go ahead. I think people figure out.
Well, he's in college. It's
Have
not.
fun.
Yeah, have fun. That's a time in life where you should be having fun. Because once you get into the real world, it's a big crap fest.
I had a mullet back in college, all through my college. I even had it permed a couple times. It got so long on back. My parents like you got to do something with it, whatever. And like I thought it'd be kind of cool and wavy, like a perm. When you get it, it's like really tight, and your hair is a lot shorter naturally because it's really curly. And it was like, oh, it's so fucking gay for a long time until it grew out, and then I had like long, curls down, and it was fucking cool. It
But
was long and wavy and everything. But I'm
but
like,
when
what was I thinking? I didn't know any better.
Evan, you got to find pictures. I know your family keeps pictures.
Oh, one of them, I had my driver's license when I was 21. I lost it. I kept the picture forever because I'd go in and they're like, "Do you have your old license?" I said, "I lost it. I went away at school." And they're like, "Okay," and then reissue me a new one. And I've always kept my driver's license, but I lost that one I had. I don't know. I can't find it, but I had a beautiful one. It was government documented.
Oh man. Well, I wonder if we could put in a FOIA. Uh, hey, we're gonna need Evan Chiligaris's driver's license picture from '89.
Yeah. That'd
Let's
be an interesting request. They'd be like, no.
let.
I wonder if back then they were scanned when now it's just a whole digital thing. It goes up in digital, so they can keep a copy of it. But back then it was, they shot it with a camera and,
Yeah, yeah.
stuck it on there and, heated it up and melted it together.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what. My driver's license. If I get pulled over and the cop sees my driver's license, he is automatically going to question me for being a serial killer. I don't know
because you got a CDL.
No, because my eyes are like somebody just fucking scared me, and I can't believe the chick would use that picture. It looks like
They're
somebody.
not good at letting you know.
No, it's like, come on, man, that's my driver's license, and then here I am looking scared.
I look pissed in mine.
Oh. See, I'd rather do that. I look like a punk. Here, this headline really caught me. Sex offender who lost limbs in train horror crash trashes Glasgow shop with prosthetic arm. A man who lost his limbs in a train crash has admitted being aggressive to women and children. Thomas Proudfoot.
You got to be proud of something.
Oh no, his fucking name is not Thomas Proudfoot. Oh my God.
That's gold.
Thomas Proudfoot used one of his prosthetic limbs to smash glass bottles when he lashed out at a day-to-day convenience store. Oh my God.
Awesome.
The quadruple amputee shouted, swore, uttered threats, and behaved aggressively in the store.
I wonder if he's just got some stumps with a arm over it, and that would be awesome. You don't have to worry about hurting your hand or anything. You can just go around, clear a room. I'd go around and start smacking people with it.
This story cannot be true, man. This cannot be true. That is the funniest shit. Oh, Mr. Proudfoot. Oh my God, I wasn't ready for that. I'm sorry. I apologize. I usually can hold it together. That just, oh my God.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it.
I'm gonna like butcher these names, but I know there's some single guys out there that love livestock. So here you go. All right, here we go. Mahuzi Kainerugaba, Uganda military commander and the son of President Museveni, offers 100 cows to marry new Italian PM Giorgia Meloni. We gotta look her up, Evan. Because, I mean, if they're giving 100 cows...
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but how ugly is she? 100 cows?
Wonder how that compares on the scale. That seems quite generous.
Too generous. That's
I
why...
I was thinking typical was like 3 or 4, you know?
Yeah, that's what... Hold on. Let's look her up.
Maybe throw in a sheep or 2.
See. What's her last name? Maloney. Let's see. Oh, she's kind of pretty.
Yeah?
Yeah. Why?
That's why I want 100 cows.
Yeah, I mean, she's not butt ugly. Huh. I don't understand that. 100 cows, huh? Huh. So, she ain't bad
Good
looking.
deal.
Yeah, I mean, she ain't. I kind of considered when I first read that, I was like, oh man, it's going to be some like big old Indian gal with a goatee, you know, a peg leg.
A goatee.
You
At
know.
least a mustache.
But, more than $2,100 stolen from Taco Bell in Westmoreland County. State police are investigating the theft of more than $2,100 from a Taco Bell Investigators said the theft happened at the Mountain Laurel Plaza in Unity Township sometime between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. Wait a minute. I thought Taco Bell stayed open late. That's why they call it the fourth meal.
Some do, but I don't think they do around here.
Yeah, I don't either.
They probably got done dealing with the drunk party crowd at 2 a.m.
Yeah, well,
that's never good.
Come on. Who goes to Taco Bell after 10 p.m. that's not drunk? When have you ever been completely sober and thought eating Taco Bell at 10 p.m. at night is a good idea?
No, only when alcohol is involved.
Yeah, I mean, oh dang, we got a lot of people in the chat. Let me yell at some of them real quick. Mark Hoffman, what is going on? Stephen Keller, Claudia. Claudia says, "Hey guys, sorry I've been MIA, but it's been a horrible week." Well, Claudia, we're sorry that your week sucked, and hopefully we can add a few laughs to that. Dad accidentally grows massive pumpkin patch after throwing rotten gourd in the yard.
Cool.
Yeah, man. Hey, he doesn't have to go and waste time at the grocery store this year trying to find a good pumpkin.
Yeah, we had a couple last year. I don't think we have any this year. Bums me out.
Man, I pick up a small town and there's a pumpkin farm in there, and we go down this one alley and the pumpkin farm's like right, it would be right to the left, and man, there was a couple of them pumpkins that were like the size of my back tires on that garbage truck. Huge. Damn. They and you could tell they were coming out and rolling it, you know, trying to keep it from getting a real flat spot, and then eventually they couldn't roll it anymore. So I don't know what it weighs. I'll find out. But he always gets a couple that are just huge, and one of them was white.
Huh, strange.
Yeah.
What's the competition? It used to be like, you know, I'm sure they still do like 2,100 pound, you know, pumpkins. People grow these giant ones.
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember what the weight was on the last one. But yeah, they get up there pretty heavy. Here's one for you, Evan. Adult Entertainment Club's event forces Texas high school golf team to cancel practice.
What caused them to cancel practice?
Well, here. Vista Ridge High School practices at Avery Ranch, a course in North Austin, Texas. It is self-described as Texas Hill Country golf at its finest. Well, earlier this week, a high school team ran into an adult entertainment club event while gearing up for practice and immediately canceled the day's activities, which is more than fair after seeing adults acting very inappropriately, according to the head coach, Keith Allen. It doesn't really say what they did. It just says inappropriate actions. So no video or anything, but we can guess. I mean, you got a bunch of strippers and, you know, it was, I guess they were being right. They were being the caddies. So, man, you know, not a one of them high school kids wanted to cancel practice. They were like,
yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Them guys were like, hey, unless it was a girls' team, and then a couple of them might not have wanted. Japanese suspect stopped at the airport for a buzzing in his bag, Evan. For $1, Evan, what did this Japanese suspect have in his bag?
A dildo vibrator.
Oh, Evan, he had more than one. You win the $1.
Okay.
They sent a helicopter to capture the delicate and potential risky worth of the experts at the scene as the bomb squad closely examined.
No, not the bomb squad.
The green
They
duffel
defuse it.
bag. The team opened the bag to find adult goods inside the bag. The officer, without elaborating further, said this is an open and shut case. It was in a parking lot at a remote location, and I guess somebody walked by the car and heard something like buzzing in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, Claudia said froze up.
I've been wondering, your vocals kind of drag sometimes.
Yeah, yours are too, but we're not dropping any frame rates. It might be Skype. I know, I'm about sick of Facebook, dude. Thinking about I'm just waiting, man. I'm just waiting. It costs a little money to put a chat room in where we could go live on our site and just put the link in the Facebook, and because I kind of hate this going live, and if they're screwing up or if Skype's screwing up. I know it ain't my signal because I'm plugged in. I'm not on anything Wi-Fi, so.
I wonder if it's here. We got two people on.
No, because you would freeze up and your audio would cut out, but mine wouldn't. Because I'm streaming the broadcast, so.
Okay, gotcha.
But anyway, let's get back to this. We're about done. 2 men arrested for stealing 57 watermelons. Man, I like watermelon. But you know what? Here's the thing. And it's hard to find a good sweet watermelon anymore. It seems like every watermelon I got this year just kind of sucked. I think I got one of the like miniature ones. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
I think I got one of those that was real sweet, but anything that I got big was it was all right. It just wasn't super sweet, and I love super sweet watermelon. 2 men in California were arrested for stealing 57 watermelons from a field Monday evening.
That's cold.
Eric Vasquez and Brian Vasquez were arrested. These dudes are 30. Well, okay, Eric's 23. But Brian, you're 30 years old and you should know better than be stealing watermelons from a field. Man, that's probably, what's a good watermelon run?
I have no idea.
Yeah, man, that's they're shit. They ain't cheap. Nothing's cheap. I know. I wanted to buy a thing of pineapple the other day, just like a quart of it. It was already cut up and everything, and it was at $10. I was like, no.
Well, that's crazy.
No, I ain't doing that.
Pineapple's hard to buy for me. I quit because I like pineapples. I don't mind cutting them up, taking the time to do it, but it's such a gamble at the store whether it's a good one or not. My sister says if you can pull lightly on one of the leaves at the top, and if it comes out easy, that means it's ripe.
Oh,
I don't know.
I didn't know.
But when I'm in the store and I check them, and it's like they never come out easy, so I always bypass them.
Yeah. Police, after arresting this man, says sounds like something he would do. Wichita man arrested for public intoxication after hanging on the back of a semi for over 100 miles, Evan.
Ooh.
Man, he probably did have to pee. That Wichita wind's cold.
And what do you mean hanging on the back of a semi? Was he like on a skateboard hanging on the back, or was he on the back of it?
Well, here we go. Let's find out, Evan.
Crawl up on the back and hold on to that strap.
Trooper Trooper Eric Foster with the Oklahoma Highway Patrol said, "This is just so bizarre." The person that called said called 911, said there appeared to be a man on the back of a truck. 30-year-old Dustin Sloke. Oh my God. Dustin Slocum. But I read that completely wrong. Hopped on the back rail of a semi-truck as it was leaving a shipping yard. He held on for 130 miles, nearly 2 hours, and ended up in Guthrie, Oklahoma around 2:30 in the morning. When I heard that somebody took a crazy ride, I'm thinking, yeah, that's him. That's the stuff he would do, said arresting sheriff. He has been known for nearly a decade and has been nothing but trouble. Kansas Department of Corrections also showed that he just was recently released for aggravated battery. Doesn't say if he peed while he was on the truck. That's what I want to know. He just does crazy
shit like this?
Well, you would almost have to. You would almost have to pee. I mean, because that dude ain't stopping.
Correct.
So, I mean, how do they know? I don't know. When troopers asked him why he was on the truck, he said he was hoping to find his wife.
Is she a truck driver?
I don't know. It doesn't say, Evan. It doesn't say.
What a way to go on tour. Let me look around for my wife.
The trooper did say he's got no support, though. Nobody. I wish they would make mental health more available. And that is true. I mean, we do read these stories and we laugh at them and everything, but 9 times out of 10, when this crazy shit happens, it's somebody that isn't all quite there. Daycare worker fired for wearing Halloween scream mask to scare children.
I saw the video.
Is it pretty bad?
If it was my kid, I'd be pissed. I'd be going there and cracking some skulls.
Oh, no kidding. I haven't seen the video, so I don't know.
It's just one of those things you're like, that's not cool. These kids are like, they're just crying, scared, and they've got one of those like scary movie masks on, and they're just like yelling at the kids and stuff, and it's.
Oh yeah, that one little girl. Oh, yeah. Not only that, and these are women doing this shit. This isn't dudes. These are women.
You said they were fired?
Yes, 4 of them.
Good.
Yeah. Look, that little girl, that picture of her screaming right there, that did it for me. Yeah, that kind of pissed me off. I wish I wouldn't have seen it.
I hate the videos when they scare the crap out of little kids because I can't imagine being that little kid, and that shit can scar you for life.
For life.
Yeah.
All right, Evan. We got let's go ahead and we're going to wrap up news, and every time we wrap up news, we go to Dave Moreland's Bozo Criminal of the Day. Thank you so much, Dave. And we actually got 2 of them. And this one is, everybody's got to start somewhere. Bozo Criminal for today comes from Houston, Texas. Our unidentified. Jesus Christ, Alan. Bozo walked into a fast food restaurant and asked the person behind the counter for change for a $100 bill. When the employee called over his manager, our Bozo pulled a gun and demanded cash. Then, for reasons only known to the Bozo's mind, he told the manager that it was his first time attempting a robbery.
I'm new at this.
The manager just simply, seeing the opportunity, the manager just simply refused to open the register. Our bozo then proceeded to try to negotiate an amount that would be reasonable to both parties. No deal. He then left the establishment, probably to go home and practice in front of the mirror before trying again.
Yeah.
Man, look. Oh my God. There's some funny shit on the internet today, man. This one is called, General Tisso's. How do you say that? It's not Tiso.
General Show.
Is it?
No, that's how Dave pronounced it, and it messes with your head to this day. Dave always used to say that. No, General Shows.
General Shows.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, General Tisso's chicken really is excellent. Bozo criminals for today come from Wildwood, Florida, where the cops were called to a report of a domestic disturbance. When the cops arrived, they found a young man with visible red marks on the side of his neck, fresh bruising redness of his left eye. Further investigation turned up several containers of Chinese takeout, one of which appeared to be completely empty. It seems the young man, who was the son of one of the alleged perps, ate the container of Chinese food that belonged to the father. Must have been good eats, too. As his sister, 25, joined in the beatdown. For himself, the son offered the excuse that all the containers weren't labeled and he did not know which was his. Makes sense. Dad and daughter will have to go to jail hungry as they will be arrested for misdemeanor battery.
These people are serious.
Oh, and you can add domestic battery by strangulation, a felony to dad's charges.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Choke the shit out of him.
Your own kid.
For stealing your General Tissos.
Oh, we are dropping frame rates. Oh, God dang it.
A bummer. Weird. It seems to have cleared up on my end.
Yeah, I know. It sounds good now. I mean, but I'm looking back and, yeah, I apologize on fucking Facebook, man. It just looks like twice, though. Huh. Yeah, it dropped big time. It isn't now. Anyway, sorry about that, folks. It's not us. We promise. It is the Book of Face.
We try.
Yeah. So, Evan, we were kind of talking about. I talked about I did a Saturday morning, Sunday Night Live preview, and I talked about a few things. I talked about my plants, and then I kind of brought up the Wednesday show. And if you've never seen the Wednesday show, it's it became political. And probably a little more political than I wanted it to. So I don't know what we're going to do with that show. I still want to kind of do something. People are used to it. We get some good, views on that show and everything, but I think I just kind of want to get away from the politics. Because when I started doing the Hey Decatur thing, it was I look invisible and shit. It wasn't meant to be as political as it got, and part of the reason it did was because we were talking about local politics. So when you get, when you start talking local politics, it's going to go through, you know what, and it did, and I wish it wouldn't have, but it did, and I don't know.
I think it's good to take a break from it. To me, I got so much other stuff going on in my life right now that it's just I'm really not focused on a lot of the politics. I'm no
Right.
longer in Decatur. You know, I still like to keep track of what's going on in the council meetings. Um, but you know, actually, the shows have gotten easier for me because I just realized every week you kind of come in pretty loaded. You know what you want to say,
Yeah.
and you I can tell you've put a lot of thought into it. So I'm just like I'm just gonna let him go, and
Right.
so it's
Right.
become easier for me in a sense. But it's really not my thing. But I don't have anything else to do. So
Right. Right.
what I'm saying, as usual, whatever you want to do, I'm cool with.
Yeah, and I mean it's not, it is my thing, cuz I can sit there and I can talk politics with the best of them. And I'm not just sitting there watching, some people will just sit there and watch cable news and think they are
Informed.
yeah, and
No,
you're really
no,
not.
you're led.
No.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
led. You're not.
And, that's kind of where I wanted to go with it. And, I kind of called out some media and, and stuff like that. So, but I don't want to keep doing it because, like you said, you don't have a lot of time for it. And I make time for it, but it just it consumes so much of me that it's to the point where I wake up and I'm thinking politics, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no. And I mean, we should be, you just don't want to think about it that much. And the reason I was thinking about it so much is because I'm trying to figure out how I can fit this into a show. I think it would be, if I didn't have to think about that and didn't have to worry about that, I think it'd be a lot better for me anyway.
Okay, well, we can go in that direction. I mean,
Well, I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. We'll have to figure out something, because I mean we can't really just come on Wednesday and do what we do here. Plus
right.
all plus
Because talking politics, not much changes in a week, and
right.
you don't want us to sound like a broken record.
No, and
Yeah.
another thing is the people that do listen to us talk politics and everything, they're kind of on the same level that we are. So I mean, we're not changing nobody's mind or anything like that, and
No, but
so
I also have some family members that listen to the show, and they are not of the same mindset that we are. And that's another thing. Slightly takes the fun out of it. It's just like I don't want to go there.
yeah,
I'm tired.
yeah, and I'm with you, man. I'm kind of with you. Now, will I miss it? Yeah, because I mean it is kind of an outlet, but as far as having to explain myself to somebody because of my beliefs or anything like that, I'm kind of sick of that.
Yeah.
But we'll figure something out to do on that show. We'll make something fun. I'm sure we can think of something. But yeah, see, we're dropping damn frame rates again.
Oh yeah, waiting for signal to load.
Yeah, we just dropped. Psst. Damn you, Facebook. Bummer. Yeah, I don't know why it just keeps on Sundays, man. We might have to move back to Mondays. Because I mean,
I don't know.
Because it never does it on Wednesdays. We do not drive. Steven, you could talk about music talk, or crazy things that have happened to either of you. Man. Yeah, that's probably
crazy things that have happened to us.
Yeah, crazy shit that has happened, or crazy things we have done. Oh my God. I'd have to check with the Illinois Department of Corrections and get some what do they call that? you know,
The summary.
no, if you admit to a crime, but it's so long ago that they can't.
Oh, yeah, that period of. I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the term.
Oh, damn it. Anyway, yeah, you know.
Statute of limitations, is that it?
Statute of limitations. Thank you, Evan. Yeah, I'd have to make sure.
Took me a second.
I think one of the craziest things I remember doing, like around when I was a teenager, was I was with some friends, and I always hung around some bad dudes. I mean, they weren't the best role models or anything like that. Well, I had never done LSD, and they gave me 2 hits of LSD, and like they could not take me in anywhere. I was freaking out. So they take me on the lake in a canoe. Well, we get to canoe and we each have a gallon of orange juice. If you know, you know. We're going in the middle of the lake, and we're like, the one guy was like, man, I kind of want my own canoe. And I was like, man, I kind of want my own canoe. So it's 2:30 in the morning. It's summertime. We're in the middle of Lake Decatur on a canoe. So we go to the shores and start, you know, kind of canoeing around and everything. We find a couple kayaks. So we grab those, grab a couple paddles. We go out. It's 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning when we're kind of heading back towards Big Creek area. And the guy's standing out there. And he's cussing at us. And we're like, calm down, man. We just borrowed them. We're bringing them back. And so he was like, well, I'm beating your ass. And I was like, I jumped off the kayak and I kind of pushed it towards the dock and jumped in the canoe. And I'm like, well, I'm not coming up to the dock if you're going to beat my ass. You know?
Right.
That doesn't sound fun at all. And I was having a good time, you know? So, yeah, that was probably one of the craziest things I've ever done when... But I don't know, man. I never got in... and after that, I didn't really get big into, like, psychedelic drugs and everything. I stuck to my, you know, my weed and stuff like that. But... Because I had a, you know, because I think I had done it like 2 or 3 weeks later, and I had a bad trip. And that was horrible. So.
Yeah, that can be.
Did you ever steal a kayak from the lake, Evan?
No. Never stole anything big, I don't think.
What was the
It's pretty good, though.
What was the craziest thing you think you did in high school?
Craziest thing. Man, I don't know. Besides street racing and smoking some weed or something like that. I don't know. We used to go and sit up on the church on the corner of my parents' neighborhood. We used to, on the corner of, there's a gray church on the corner of Mound and MacArthur. You know what I'm talking about? There's that light there.
Yep.
If you go in back of it, the air conditions are right there. You hop on the air conditioner, you walk up. We used to sit up on the roof. The roof is kind of notched at the top, so you can stagger and, you know, brace your feet against the. And I don't know, we used to go sit on the roof for hours. We used to do a lot of just dumb shit in high school, you know. Water balloons, man. We used to have bags of water balloons. We'd drive around my convertible, throw water balloons at other people's cars, you know. I don't know. We did a lot of dumb shit. But I can't think of anything super crazy.
Yeah. See, you were a pretty good kid.
Well, I knew enough to. I wasn't always been intrigued by a little bit of the wild, but I knew enough to, like, don't get too deep into it. You know, I don't. Yeah. Like I said, growing up, a lot of people knew my family, so I had to be really, really careful. You know.
Right.
I mean, I remember one night on El Dorado, I I downshifted, whipped around this car, and then the next thing, there's this cop right behind me, pulls up, and he's just like, "You keep it down, or I'm going to tell your dad." And and what happens
Oh
the next day?
no.
My dad fucking knew about it anyway, and I'm like, wait a minute, I was chill after that, but still he went, And so yeah, things like that, I had to be really careful with things I did, but um, we got busted by the cops for filling water balloons behind this church once, and we went back to fill more, and somebody called the police, and the police were all over the place and questioned us, let us go, that kind of thing. But never push shit too far.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
You
think
know?
I don't think now I do remember something that happened, but we weren't involved but got blamed for it. Um wow, God, how old were we? Maybe 13, 14 years old. And this lady called the police and said that me and my brother had climbed up on a roof and we were throwing ripping shingles off and throwing them at people. And I'm like, no, we were in St. Louis. But we got blamed because, we were the neighborhood, We weren't really bad kids, but we didn't have a lot of money. So anything that happened in the neighborhood, we got blamed for it.
It's kind of the way it works in the world.
Man, even if we weren't even in the same damn, in the town, but then it came to find out it was the mayor's boys that did it. I ain't going to call them out.
Shit.
Yeah, I ain't going to call them out. They know who they are. They probably, tried to snitch on us to, But I don't know. But hey, Steven, that was thanks for the recommendation. We will figure out something on that Wednesday show. We're going to kind of move away from the politic thing, and it's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
Politics suck. we just lose money. But anyway, Chili,
yeah.
That's going to do it for the Facebook Live show.
All right.
But do you want to remind everybody what happens after?
We go to Chill After Dark and things get crazy. No, they don't, but we say that.
Anyway. And you can catch that on AlfromDtown&Chili442 either later on tonight or tomorrow. Anyway, we love you guys. Thank you so much for, a full year. A full year of stupid shows. I don't know one of these shows that have been like inspiring, educational, anything. Not one. I mean, I don't know, man. Learning you can cheat at chess using remote control anal beads. Still one of the highlights of, if somebody asked me, what is the highlight of the AlfromDtown&Chili442 show? I would have to go with, the coverage that we gave that story. Nobody covered it like us.
That's true.
I watched CNN for days. I watched MSNBC, ABC, CBS, Fox News. I watched them all. Nobody covered the chess cheating anal bead scandal like we did, Evan.
I know, and we still won't win any awards. It's not going to get us,
I was very, very upset when we weren't even nominated for the Pulitzer this year. Not even fucking thought of.
It's not fair.
No, it's not. Damn bastards. You know what?
Yeah.
I think they're discriminating against me because I'm a fucking garbage man.
Probably.
I'm calling the ACLU. I'm calling Jesse Jackson. Al's getting
so much
paid.
for your white privilege.
I know. Anyway, guys, we love you. Show number 54 coming live next Sunday, 7 p.m. Tell a friend. Tell grandma. Tell grandpa if they're still around. If not, call the nursing home and tell somebody else's grandma. Anyway, guys.
Or call the kids.
This isn't a kid-friendly show. You don't want to bring your kids
Not
around.
young kids.
Yeah, not young kids. But if you're around my age, your kids are like in their 20s and shit. And maybe we can talk some common sense into them. Like tell them to take LSD and steal kayaks on the lake. We love you guys. Peace. Be good to one another. Remember, Chili After Dark. It'll be on AlfromDtown.com or our YouTube page and, probably around 9, 10 o'clock. Or check it out in the morning. We love you guys so much. Peace.
Later.
In live video. Yeah, man, that Facebook, that kind of sucks, dude. That's dropping frame rates and shit.
Yeah. It was, I don't know, I'm curious how this show sounded, if it was shaky, because it sounded shaky on my end, but maybe it doesn't come through that way.
It did on mine, too. Welcome. It is Chili After Dark.
Yeah. Well, boy, we're getting late today.
I know. What are we? Oh, we went 5 minutes over, didn't we?
Yeah, at least.
Oh, man. What a week. What a week.
It's a nice week.
Yeah, it was. A little chilly in the morning. There was a couple mornings it was kind of chilly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's going to be chilly on, we got some rain coming like Tuesday and Wednesday. I think the high's going to be like 59. So, I mean, that's some cold rain, man.
Yeah, that's that cold November rain that Axl Rose used to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 76 tomorrow, though. That's nice.
Yeah, not bad.
But I do see a little rain coming.
Yeah, them farmers were deep today.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, they were going through them fields, boy. Trying to get it all in before that rain.
Yeah, everything, they've been probably drying everything out. We had a little rain came through here the other day, but it was just some splotchiness. Yeah,
they're denting a lot of the cornfields because, we here in central Illinois, there's some parts of the state that are very dry, but in central Illinois, we had some late rain and lots of it. So some of the, they start cutting that corn, and sometimes what they'll do is what they call dent, and they'll cut like 2 rows and then pull out of that field. And then they might even cut up a row in the middle of it halfway and then back down, and it allows that wind and everything to dry out the rest
circulation.
Yeah. Because inside of corn, like when that corn is like up, like 7-8 foot, you walk into a row of corn, it gets dark in there. So, you don't have the sun hitting in the middle of them fields and everything, except for a little bit when it's right over it. But that's
dried out.
Right. So you're seeing a lot of that right now, which I can't believe that I know the terminology of farming corn.
No, but it's pretty interesting when I worked at Tate Lyle, when the trucks would come through, how they pull the cover off of them. They got a machine goes down and it nabs a sample, and they analyze the exact moisture content. They calculate that truckload to the gnat's ass,
Yep.
But you got to. You don't want to pay for a bunch of water,
No, and see, that's what they used to do. They used to cut it wet. And that's why you see them waiting later and later now, is because, they have to pay. If it's too wet, they have to pay to get that stuff dried out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and now you're seeing a lot more farmers with like dryers on their land and everything. Because, hell, if it's a late harvest like it, the last couple years, we actually saw a few farmers cutting corn and shit during the first snowfall. So.
Wow. Yeah, we've had some weird early snows couple years.
Yeah, we have. We really have.
That's that global climate change. It's just screwing everything up.
Yeah. I do. You know what? I know that's one thing I get called out on is being a climate change denier, but I'm not. I know the climate.
No.
I've known the climate has changed since, who gives a shit? I'm just.
What are you reading?
William Shatner says his trip to space on Blue Origin felt like a funeral. It was among the strongest feelings of grief I have ever had. That's kind of weird. Let's see.
Lord, after his business failed. Did you hear that he went to start a business? He's going to make a line of women's underwear and stuff, lingerie. Apparently, Shatner panties didn't go over too well.
Oh my God, Evan. I think this is he's 91 years old. I love the mystery of the universe. And he said it all, but when I looked into it from the opposite direction, in the space, there was no mystery, no majestic awe to behold. All I saw was death. Well, you're 91 years old.
Yeah, it's coming.
When that
Loretta Lynn died this week.
Yeah, I really thought she had died years ago.
I thought the same thing. And I'm like, no, she's been touring with like Jack White and stuff like that. And
I couldn't believe she was still out working and shit. I was like, oh, man.
Do you know that she had songs that were banned in country music?
I said, you were telling me that. Do you know the names of them?
No, I brought up the article earlier. One was like The Pill. It was like back in 76. Number one was The Pill.
But what was that about?
About going on birth control stuff. But
yeah.
Another one was a song called Rated X. Got women into divorce, double standards. One Fist City, a song called Fist City.
Huh. I'd like to hear those.
Another one, The Wings Upon Your Horns.
You've heard.
And another one, Don't Come Home a Drinking with Lovin' on Your Mind. And it's pretty, I mean, these songs wouldn't stand out today at all. But back then, country music, we're not going to play that. It was just interesting. I never thought of her as anything but kind of squeaky clean music,
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I mean,
it's like, cool, way go Loretta.
Yeah, well, it's just like, we didn't know that about her. How weird is that? That they kept that from us, No,
I've never been huge on country music just because mostly just, I don't know, I didn't grow up on it and never been into it. And then like new country's got so bad that it just pushed me away, and it actually makes me like some of the old country. I've slowly gotten into it over time, but I wouldn't say I've ever been big on it or very super knowledgeable.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I listened to it when I worked with old Randy because that's all he listened to. And yeah, some of the older stuff I didn't mind, and there's a couple of the new guys that I like. I kind of like Jason Aldean, and there's a couple Granger Smith. I kind of dig him, and but for the most part, a lot of it's like pop music to me, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's so yeah. Some are so bad.
Right, right.
But a lot of pop music's really bad too. I'm not ripping on just country.
Yeah. Oh, pop music is freaking horrible, dude. The other day, my phone thing, I got this thing. It's called a dangle, and it's to plug your phone. You plug it in the bottom of your phone, and it has an RCA jack for it because the new phones they took off the headphone jacks.
Mm-hmm.
So you buy this thing. It's a dongle. That's what it is, a dongle. And so I had one. Well, I shut it in the door, and I tried to fix it, but it kept like cutting in and out, and it was pissing me off. So I took it out. I hit the radio, and it was either the only thing that would come in was like country or Y103. So I hit Y103, dude.
Mm.
The song that was playing I didn't care for, so I turned it down a little. I could tell that song stopped, so I turned it back up. I ended up shutting the radio off and listened to the tires. it, it was more entertainment than that damn, you know, uh, pop music. And I couldn't tell you one song. Not one
It's just
song did
bad.
I know. Yeah,
Man, I hate to rip on artists, but there's that dude Post Malone, and I don't know anything about him except he did some when I was working on here on the radio song with Ozzy. So I thought he was more like rock or whatever. And then that thing happened where he fell on stage and cracked a couple ribs.
oh
I don't know
yeah.
what happened. And someone said that the music or the lyrics were still in the background that he was lip syncing. So I was just curious, and I went to YouTube and I pulled up some of his songs, and oh my gosh, it's just horrible music. I mean, it's just I hate to say that about anybody because I mean, art is art, you know what I mean? And it's some people see beautiful in a painting, and some people say, that looks like a third grader did it.
Right.
It's all subjective, and I hate to, but it was just really bad music. It was him, one of them was him doing acoustics, and I don't know the song, but the lyrics were just so cheesy, and it, it's like how did he convince all these people he was talented? I
Right.
just don't see it. There's some serious talent out there, and it's almost like how did these artists convince people that they've got something, because they
There
don't,
now he's one of these guys that he's got a few decent songs. And there are a couple Post Malone songs. I like White Iverson.
I'll have to look these up.
That was like his first hit, and it's more of a rap. But a lot of it's studio, man. A lot of these, even rap music, they sound good in the studio, but when they go on tour, that's what you have. You have a lot of, nothing sounds like their music anymore.
Yeah.
And especially with rappers that have like a lot of times they'll have like two or three hype men up on stage with them, and their job is to pretty much is when the guy screws up or whatever, they jump in, and start doing their thing. So yeah, and the backtracking. Yeah, so many of them do that nowadays. That's why I won't go to a concert.
Well, to me, it was the auto tune. When you're listening to someone and they sounds like it's coming out of a computer.
Right,
Like
right.
how do people just sit and listen to this? It's their voice sounds squeaky. You know
Well,
what I mean? It's like,
and the thing with that auto tune is when you're live, you can never get it to sound like the auto tune in the studio. So
it's
yeah, yeah, I wouldn't pay to go to a concert these days anyway. They're fucking stupid expensive. Stupid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh
if you
yeah.
want to go see a good band, you know, I mean, if you want to go to like a state fair and see Duran Duran or something like that without 5 members, it's one original guy. He played the tambourine on the first album.
Yeah, that's pretty broke.
But it's like who was, I think LA Guns came to Decatur, and it's like not even the original lead singer. It's like, come on, man, that's what made LA Guns. LA Guns was that lead singer. You know,
Yeah, kind of like seeing Skid Row without Sebastian.
yeah, and we did that, and that sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, that was. I just remember the opening band for that was just brutal. Like, just please end it.
Now, I think the only band that has really worked for was Journey, because they got that Filipino guy that sounds exactly like fucking Stephen Perry. Scary. That is scary. But
Yeah.
you know, I kind of wonder if he can't imitate other people.
I don't know. Some people just have it, like Boston. I know you're not a fan of Boston, but same thing. They found a singer, a dude just goofing off on YouTube, who just doing some covers or whatever, and they hired him because he sounded exactly. I mean, you listen to some Boston, that guy had a set of pipes, man. Great vocals.
What happened to that guy? Is he still around?
He passed away, the lead singer, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But they found another guy on YouTube that was, like I said, just right on the money. Just like this, nailed it. Like, okay, yeah, you're hired.
You know, the Doors are pissed off because they were, if Jim Morrison would have died when YouTube was around, they probably could have got, a couple more albums.
Yeah, no doubt. You'll find somebody out there who sounds like Morrison.
Yeah. Now, I think Jimmy you would have problems with. I don't think you'll ever hear another Hendrix.
No. Hendrix didn't even like his vocals. He didn't want to sing.
No.
He wanted a singer, and he just couldn't find anyone to do it, so he did it. And I'm like, I can't think of anyone else but him,
No.
Sometimes being imperfect is perfect, kind of like Hetfield.
Yeah.
Metallica, he didn't want to sing. He wanted to hire Danzig. When they got together, he was trying to get Danzig, and he's like, I always wanted to be off to the side because I was always hungover. But he's like, we couldn't find anyone to do it, so I just did it, And I think he's one of the best frontmans ever, But is he a great vocalist? Hell no.
No. He's not bad though, and I tell you what, Metallica live back in the days, I haven't seen him in years, but I got to see him on the last time I saw him was in Justice for All tour.
Oh man, cool.
Yeah, and that was man. I mean,
that was prime,
dude. I think they played for like 2.5, 3 freaking hours. Because their opening headline, I don't even remember who it was, but they didn't show up, and so the guy comes out and he was like, give us a little bit. Metallica said they're going to open their own goddamn show. And everybody started, woo, and he was like, just please be patient. He was like, if everything goes smooth, Metallica will be out. And it was like maybe 15, 20 minutes later, man, this black curtain comes down, and all of a sudden you just hear that, and man, that place went ballistic.
Nice.
That was a cool show, man.
Yeah, they reigned supreme back then. They were biggest metal band for years and years.
I got to see Glenn Danzig in concert too. I saw it was Danzig, somebody else, and then I know people yell at me. I say Sepultura. It's Sepultura or some shit like that. I call them Sepultura, but it's kind of thrash metal. And then oh my God, who was it? Typo Negative. Yeah, they had one good song. But that dude, man.
I didn't like that guy. His vocals, I didn't, no.
That dude was fucking huge, though. his muscles and shit. Oh my God, he'd sit there on stage with that guitar, and it looked like he was holding a Fisher Price guitar. It did,
No
man.
kidding.
Yeah, it was hilarious. But
That's funny.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. I've seen some cool concerts. I'm glad I did. I think one of my favorites, it was an accident. We were down in Tennessee, and we were at my cousin's house, and he was like, "Man, there's this punk show," and he said they got a special guest tonight. And we're like, well, let's go, man. You know, we're 16, 17 years old, and we go this little hole in the wall. Dude, Suicidal Tendencies played.
Oh,
In front,
awesome.
In front of maybe 100 people. It was like one of the greatest fucking things I'd ever witnessed. And I mean, they didn't play like they were playing for 100 people. They played like they were playing for a freaking stadium, man.
Nice.
And I guess what had happened, they were on their way to New York, and they were in a van. And the van breaks down right outside of Nashville, Tennessee. A guy helps him out, was sitting there, ends up talking to him. He calls his brother-in-law that owns this punk place, and they're like, dude, you know, would you guys mind playing a show? You know, he goes, we'll fix your van. So they got their van fixed for playing a 45-minute gig.
Nice.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, that was cool as hell, man. That was cool as hell. But yeah, I love Suicidal Tendencies. I still listen to them.
All you wanted was a Pepsi.
All I wanted was a Pepsi, and they wouldn't give it to me. You call me crazy when I went to your schools. I went to your institution of learning. Oh, man. I wish we could play music. That would have been a great intro into that song.
I need to bust that out.
Oh, yeah. But, well, Evan, shit. I guess we better call it a night and get this up on the interwebs for people to enjoy.
We gave him another earful.
Yeah, we did.
72 minutes right now.
Yeah. What we got off at, we were 5 minutes late. So,
yeah,
we got off at about 50 on Facebook. So, yeah, not bad. Not bad. Well, gang, thank you so much for hanging out, chilling with us.
Yeah, joining us on year 2.
Year 2, man.
Second year.
Come in Wednesday, man, because we're going to probably talk about what the fuck we're going to do with the Wednesday show. We might need some help.
Help us work it out.
Anyway, guys, we love you. Peace. Be good to one another, and be sure to tell your friends about us. AlfromDtown.com. Spread the word. Let's get this thing built up. I noticed on Facebook we got 270 likes. Man, we need to bump them numbers up.
It's more than I ever expected.
I know, right? I expected like 50, and then 10 of them were going to be like, screw these dickheads.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, catch us next Sunday, and be sure to tune in Wednesdays, 7 p.m. only on Facebook. Sorry that I know some of you guys watch this only on YouTube and stuff. The Wednesday show's only Facebook Live for now. And hopefully if Facebook keeps messing up, that'll kick me in the ass to figure out something else to do. Because I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that skipping, man. And I thought, me putting the app back on there was going to fix it, but apparently it didn't. So
It's too bad. Facebook's it's a good avenue. I mean, it draws a lot of people.
Yep. That's the only bad thing about leaving Facebook. I kind of thought about doing it live on YouTube, and just sharing it to Facebook. And if worse comes to worse, that's what we'll end up doing. But if it, You know, maybe I can get a hold of
Yeah.
Facebook and see if somebody will work with me and see what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, they reach out to me when I put a dirty meme out and tell me, hey,
Yeah, they're all about it.
yeah, they can help me out. Damn it. I might need one of their fact checkers. Anyway, guys, peace. We love you. Be good to one another.
Later.